Number 37, little earth science question. The temperature T in degrees Celsius of the Earth's crust can be modeled by the function T equals 20 plus 25d, where d is the distance in kilometers from the surface. Scientist studies organisms in the first 4 kilometers of Earth's crust. Graph the function and identify its domain and its range. What's the temperature at the deepest part of the section of the crust? D is the distance. We're only looking in the first 4 kilometers. So 0 represents the surface, and the furthest we're going to dig is 4 kilometers. So we could be anywhere between 0 and 4 kilometers beneath the crust. Okay. So really, if we think about what can we plug in for D, the distance from the surface, it could be anywhere from 0 to 4. If we were to graph this, let's see here, let me get my x and y axis going. And we're talking D is distance, so we'll call this distance in kilometers from the surface. And the reason I'm putting it down here instead of on the side is because if we think of T equals 20 plus 25d, think of it as Y equals 20 plus 25x. Our x, or our D variable, is the control variable. That's going to be on the x-axis. Over here we've got T, which is going to be our temperature in degrees Celsius. If we make a little table of values, we have to only select the first 4 kilometers. So if I think about x and y, the surface is 0. I might go all the way 4 kilometers from the surface. Really, I could pick anything between there too. So I'm going to pick some nice easy x values, 0, 2, 4. Plug in a 0 for x. 25 times 0 is 0. 20 plus 0, it's 20 degrees Celsius. Plug in a 2. 25 times 2, 50, plus the 20 makes 70 degrees Celsius. Plug in the 4, 25 times 4 is 100, plus 20 makes 120 degrees Celsius. So you look and you say, x's go from 0 to 4, hey, no problem. The y's go from 20 to 120. I'm going to have trouble fitting that unless I change the scale. Let's go by 20s. 20, 40, there's 60, 80, there's 100 degrees Celsius, 120, 140. If we plot the points, we have 0, 20, 270, 4, 120. And I'm not going to extend this to go on forever because remember, we limited ourselves just in the first 4 kilometers of the surface, so I'm stuck between 0 and 4. If I'm stuck between 2 points, I create a segment that stops at those 2 points. Let's make sure we covered everything. We graphed the function. We identified the domain, 0 less than or equal to d, less than or equal to 4, or if you want to call it x, you can. The range, the lowest temperature is 20. The highest temperature is 120. And we hit all the temperatures in between there. So our y, or if we want to call it t, it doesn't really matter, has to be between 20 and 120 degrees Celsius.